Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on this channel we're all about real makeup for real life and real people. Today's a video that is a continuation from other videos that I've done in the past, talking about products on my wish lists and what I'm using instead of buying those products on my wish list. But today is a very special video because it is in collaboration with my girl, Angela, my partner in crime from Beauty and Life with Angela here on YouTube. So make sure you go check her video out, which of course will be linked down below in the description box as soon as you've finished this one. If you like my channel, you will love Angela's channel. If you like drugstore makeup, you will definitely love Angela's channel. If you're not getting enough drugstore content on my channel, you're definitely going to love Angela's channel. She recently put up, actually today as I'm filming this video, she put up a full face of Essence Cosmetics. And so I'll link that video down below in case you want an introduction to Angela and the fabulous makeup that she creates on her channel. The premise behind this video is not necessarily to dupe these new releases or products off of my wish list exactly. It is to get the vibes, the similar vibes, something that will suffice for me to get it out of my system and not continue to purchase the same or similar products over and again. I have a lot of products in my collection, and so when it comes to adding things to my wish list, whether it's Sephora, Ulta, or otherwise, I need to dive more into my collection first and see what I have that might be similar before I run off and purchase something new. So the first product is the Matte Bronzing Brick by Victoria Beckham, and this is a matte product. The first shade is meant to add warmth and the second shade is to sculpt. $58 for the duo. Let me say first and foremost, I'm just attracted to this brand. It is luxurious, beautiful packaging, very feminine and sleek feeling. It just is obviously a luxury brand because of the prices, but I do have something similar in my collection that I pulled out in my Shop My Stash this month, as a matter of fact, and it is my Jouer Sunswept Bronzer Duo. Hold fast, I can see where you're going here, but Kyra, this one is shimmery. Yes, it is, but I actually prefer a luminous bronzer. I love the glow it gives to the skin. This still has two shades, one that's more meant for adding warmth to the skin, and while this one adds warmth to the skin, it also works beautifully to sculpt. I mean, and obviously, while I've had some use on this product, I could stand to use it a lot more. So I pulled it out this month for Shop My Stash. It too has beautiful packaging. It's metal, it's sleek, it has a beautiful design on the front. This too feels high-end, maybe luxury, and it's a really beautiful product. I don't need the one from Victoria Beckham because I can use this one. Is it possible that down the line I would consider buying something like that? Possibly, because I don't have a matte bronzer duo, but I have so many bronzers, it's going to be years before I would need to purchase another bronzer. Doesn't mean I won't, just means I don't need this one. The next product that caught my attention immediately because it comes from a brand that I have known and loved for a long time, and that is Persona Cosmetics. They recently put out their Dream Stick bronzer, stick cream bronzers, and it came out in two shades, Sahara, which is a cool dark bronze, and Dune, which is a medium warm bronze. And I have dupes for both. Not dupes, substitutions, vibes, if you will. So for the cool one, I absolutely think that the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand is a great substitution. This is definitely more cool tone because it is meant to contour, but it definitely can be blended out, and when it is blended out, it definitely becomes more warm toned on my skin, at least. I think probably because I have a very yellow undertone. So you can see that there, I do wear this most days. I'm currently working on panning it in my Partners in Cream project, but this is definitely something I would call a cool dark bronze. You don't have to blend it out as much. You can apply it in like thin layers to deepen it up if you want to. It's a very versatile product, and I think it definitely serves the purpose of that particular shade of Sahara when it's described as a cool dark bronze. For the second shade in Dune, which is described as a warm medium bronze, I am going to use another stick bronzer, the only stick bronzer actually in my collection, and that's the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Stick Contour in the shade Wears Walnut. You may not see this a lot on my channel, but I do love this, and I really love the shade as well. It's a beautiful warm bronzer, and it looks a little cool. I definitely think some people could maybe use this as a contour if they left it in a more concentrated way, but blended out, it is a beautiful bronzer. In fact, I kept this one over my Milk Makeup bronzer stick for a reason. I prefer this shade. I think it's a good formula. It lasts a decent amount of time on my skin, and the Milk Makeup bronzer stick just was an odd shade to me, and I think I just like this one so much better. So clearly I have options to cover both of these releases. However, it could happen. It could happen that I purchase one of these someday because I just love the brand. I'm very brand curious. I want to try more from the brand, so who knows. But the ones from Persona are $26 USD, and I think that's a fair price depending on how much product you get in there. It's definitely on the lower end of some of the other bronzer sticks that we're seeing, but of course, Wet n Wild for the win is going to come in at the cheapest, and clearly Charlotte is not coming in at the cheapest anytime soon, but it is what I have. And like I said, that's not the point. It's not, the point of this video is not for me to give you lower priced dupes for these products. It's for you to go into your own collection with your own wish list in mind and find things that would serve a similar purpose or give you a similar result to the products that you're lusting over. Next, number 3 is the Fenty Ease Drops Blurring Skin Tint. This is $29.50, which I think is a fair price, especially for the amount of product that you get. And I am super into Fenty Beauty lately. It started with I have had products from Fenty for a long time, but I've been loving on the cream bronzer this year. I recently purchased the eyeshadow primer, and it is getting me through the hot days that we're having here in Northern Colorado. And I just am so curious. I did pick up the brand new Bright Fix eye brightener. I picked up the shade Golden Ivory, which may be a little light. It's what I have on my under eye today, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video. Let me know if you want to see some content surrounding that. But the Fenty Beauty product is described as lightweight, buildable, leaving skin looking blurred and smooth, light to medium coverage with a natural finish. Now, again, these dupes are about me, and the product that I'm using instead is the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector. This is discontinued, sadly. I've always loved this foundation since starting my channel and before. It is a perfect foundation for me. It does all of the things that it says here that the Fenty Ease Drops do. It is lightweight. It is definitely buildable. It does leave my skin looking blurred and smooth, I think, because it's not dewy, but it's not matte. It is that natural finish. I've always called this sort of the matte version of a BB cream. I wouldn't, and like I said, not flat matte, but natural. It's also light to medium coverage, and I think it just serves all of the purposes that I would want to try the Fenty one. Would I consider purchasing the Fenty one after this one is gone? I am currently panning this. I am currently wearing this. Yeah, I would. By the time I finish this one up, I will have finished 2 foundations this year, which is one more than I had goal to finish this year. I would like to finish at least 1 product in every category of my makeup collection. So yeah, the thing that has me attracted to the Fenty Beauty one is mostly the review and experience that I've seen from Adams MUA. I will have her linked for you in case you don't know about her. She's a fabulous makeup artist, but she and I have very, very similar skin in terms of skin type. We're both oily girls. Skin tone is very similar in terms of the shades that we wear. I forgot to say this is the shade light medium in this, and it's a pretty good match for me right now. And just, you know, she has the enlarged pores that I also have. We're just very, very similar. And while the Fenty Eavesdrops have had very polarizing and conflicting reviews so far here in BeauTube land, Julia Adams loves it and it looks phenomenal on her skin, and that was the kicker. That's when I was like, okay, going on the wish list. But in the meantime, until I'm ready to purchase or try a new foundation, I'm going to be using this one from Urban Decay. The next product, number 4, I almost feel a little silly for putting on my wish list, but I'm not gonna lie. It also comes from Adams MUA, and it's something that's been on my wish list for a long time, and partially because of the price of the product and the size of the product. It is the Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Setting Powder. What a mouthful, but when I see Julia use this on her under eyes, I'm just amazed at how smooth and blurred her under eyes look. And while she's quite a bit younger than me, probably almost 20 years younger than me, we have a similar under eye condition. I think overall my under eyes are pretty good as long as I keep them well hydrated. But when she uses this powder, it just trips my little trigger because I want so badly for my under eyes to look younger. So the product that I'm using instead, however, is a very good product. I think it does a similar, if not a very same effect on the skin, and that is the number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Translucent Finishing Powder. Also a mouthful. What the heck? I have mine in the shade Light, and this is a very similar product insofar as I can tell. It's very silky. This is a finishing powder, so it's very lightweight, and I love it under my eyes. I am wearing it under my eyes today. I typically take my ring finger and pick up some product, and then I just use my finger to press the powder into the under eye, and I typically don't end up with too much powder then. So I really love this. This has been touted as a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder, and I would say that that's very true. I have tried the Charlotte Tilbury one before, but this is a fantastic powder. I think it's great all over the skin. It's what I have setting my makeup today over the Urban Decay product, and I highly recommend this. And wowzer, is it a lot cheaper. The one from Pat McGrath is the reason I feel silly. It's $30, and I think it is somewhere around this size, like the size of a mini blush. So not a lot of product for a lot of money. So I almost feel silly having it on my wish list because I have this. It works well. And I don't know why I still continue to have it on my wish list, but I do. Will I purchase it someday? Maybe. The last one is a little bit more fun. We're going to talk lips. This lipstick is one that I saw on Charlotte Holdcroft, and every time I see a video and I'm like, ooh, what lipstick is she wearing? Ooh, what lipstick is she wearing? It's always this one. It's the Pat McGrath Matte Trance lipstick in the shade Fever Dream. It is stunning. So naturally, as all good YouTubers do, I went over to Temptalia.com to see if there was a dupe. And I will link that website below if you're not familiar with it. It is an incredible resource for anybody that loves makeup, for anybody that wants to try and dupe higher end products with more affordable products. You can search out a product and it will bring up the dupes. It'll tell you everything that you need to know about the dupes in terms of how it compares. And the first one that I found on the list that I already own is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick in the shade Walk of No Shame. And I do really like this lipstick, and it's matte, but it's super duper comfortable. And I believe how it was described is as like a burnt coral, something like that. And I think that this absolutely fulfills that. According to Temptalia, this is a 91% dupe compared to Fever Dream from Pat McGrath. So that is one that I have. And then another one that I think is kind of similar, I guess we'll find out here in a second here, comes from a new line of lipsticks from L'Oreal. These are the L'Oreal Color Riche Le Nude Intense, and this is New Irreverent. And I bought it specifically because it reminded me of the shade Fever Dream and how it looks on Charlotte. So let's find out. Okay, well, so this one is quite a bit lighter. Whoa, look at the shape of this bullet. Isn't that weird? I find it so interesting and weird at the same time. Also, this has a bit of a sheen running through it. I wouldn't say it's shimmer, but it's definitely going to give your lips a sheen. So this one's a little lighter, a little brighter, not an exact dupe, but I also feel like it gives the vibes. And Charlotte Holdcroft has a bit of a deeper skin tone than I do currently. And so I feel like this is what it looks like on her, whereas this is probably actually what it looks like. So those are my dupes for the Pat McGrath lipstick I've been wanting. And I'm gonna guess that I probably would like the formula of these better. I don't typically love matte lipsticks, and I love the Charlotte Tilbury matte formula, so that is good enough for me. And that is it. That is a wrap. Those are the 5 products off of my wish list that I am substituting with something I already have in my collection to help me not continue to buy so many redundant products for my collection. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll go and check out Angela's video as well as her Essence video. Both will be linked down below for you. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon.